Hello everybody. You are watching the 15th episode of the Shore Report. I'm your host, Ben Cohen, and on today we have 3 stories. Let's start off with what we all did for spring break. I went to the school trip to Washington, D.C., which was really cool. It happened over spring break and 28 8th graders went. We saw the Lincoln Memorial and it was an awesome trip. In fact, up next is a slideshow from that trip by me.
I'm Ben Cohen, and you're watching the Shore Report.
That was a really fun adventure. You should go when you're in 8th grade. Something that happened at DC before I came was one of the marches for our lives. On March 24th, there were over 800 marches worldwide for the March for Our Lives. Many were in big cities like in Los Angeles or New York. I myself went to the downtown LA march. There are also marches in smaller towns too. So here's Annika Yip's story on the March for Our Lives right here in Manhattan Beach.
The March for Our Lives took place across the country and world on Saturday, March 24th. There were over 800 event locations. The most local march was a peer-to-peer walk from the Manhattan Beach to the Hermosa Beach Pier. It was organized by the South Bay Coalition for a Safe Tomorrow. There was a large turnout for the event, with more than 5,000 demonstrators. Those marching hoped for gun law reform in order to create a safer environment. Children, the elderly, and even dogs attended. The march ended near the Hermosa Beach Pier, where Manhattan Beach Mayor Amy Howarth and others gave a speech. Marchers led chants such as, "Hey, hey, NRA, how many kids did you kill today?" Many of the chant leaders were middle and high school students from our area. Some messages on signs were, "Fear has no place in our schools. Never again. We want gun control. Enough is enough, and even dogs against guns." Signs berated the National Rifle Association and GOP. Many others stated that thoughts and prayers were no longer enough and that action was needed. Marchers called for change and reform from those in power and quoted the Constitution. This is Annika Yip reporting for the Shore Report.
Just think, in about 5 years, we'll be able to actually vote on issues like these that attract millions of people and worldwide attention. Now, it's time to focus our attention on the teacher spotlight. On today, we have Miss Simon. Judy Moore Simon grew up in San Antonio, Texas. She started teaching at MBMS in 2002, but has been teaching overall for 27 years. She has 3 daughters. 2 live back in Texas, and the 3rd lives in Cambodia and works for the Save the Children, which is completely awesome. I went to Cambodia a few years ago, and it's a magical place. But it doesn't end there. Miss Simon was first an archaeologist and also taught in San Antonio for 7 years. A fun fact about Miss Simon is that she used to scuba dive with sharks in Costa Rica and the Truk Islands. And that's a wrap. Tune in next Monday for episode 16. And before we go, this week's winner of the Forced Perspective competition is, drumroll please, Grant Whitney, Sandrine Sugden, and Emily O'Connor again. They have won again this week. Submit some photos and you could topple the throne next week. Thank you for watching, and we will see you later.